Hey guys, what's growing on? Well, stay tuned and I'll show you. Hello guys, this is Mona and welcome back to Butterflies Home and Garden. I am coming on to share with you the next phase or next step that I do with my sweet potato slips. As you can see, everything over here has grown and is continuing to grow very, very well. So let me get things set up and I will show you my next step. Alright guys, I'm back. Wanted to come back on and show you really quickly how I do these. I got the majority of them already done. But this sweet potato, as you can see, I just put in here. It was starting to get shoots on this end. So I just put some skewers in it, put it in the water, and there's the root system on that. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful. So let me show you the next step that I do, which is getting all of these skewers out. There. And what I do is just kind of hold it, cut up there, kind of hold it upside down. That kind of puts you in mind of somebody if you look at it a little closely. That's a wacky hairdo. Look at that. Anyways, I just gently start to brush these back in the direction of where all of the leaves are. And just start to slowly detach it from the sweet potato. You're not going to hurt it. You know, you're just going to start to get your finger underneath the bottom once you kind of fling all of those roots back, and you know, you'll start to see it starts to break away from the sweet potato. And from here, I mean, we're almost ready to go. So and there may be on some potatoes, there may be some roots left on here, but you know, these sweet potatoes are no good as far as consumption. So I just throw it away. I've never kept it in water to see if it will reroot anything, so I don't know. And from there, before I separate these, I just want to come in and start pinching off some of the leaves that to get them out of the way so that they're not down in your jar. So if you put it right next to your jar, you kind of know how far to go as far as pinching these leaves off, because you don't want the leaves down in the water. You just want the stem and the root down in there. So let's finish that up. And again, this is the way that I do my sweet potato slips. Last year, my first year growing sweet potatoes, didn't do so well. I didn't do the slips. I bought it from the starters from Lowe's. And, you know, I got some tubers, but they were very, very tiny ones. So the next year I decided to use this method. And last year's harvest was really, really, really great. I was very excited about that. So this year I actually did more slips than I did last year. So this is how you kind of want this to look. And you're just going to start to shimmy gently and loosen these roots up. And I just kind of rock back and forth and up and down. And eventually they start to let go of each other. And there. So, I mean, and they're very long. I do not cut my sweet potato slips, because the way that you're going to plant them is I plant mine on a slope in a container. So I slope the dirt up to it being higher on one side of the container. And it just, yeah, that just wrapped around that plant that quick. And I'm going to try to remember to put the iCard in this video of that video that I did last year when I was planting my slips. So, you know, I'll just kind of get everything untangled because everybody's holding hands at this point. So I just want to gently just start getting everything untangled. And you could do this before, you know, you actually detach it off of the actual sweet potato. But I just, you know, found that this way was easier for me. But I want to explain to you why I'm not going to cut down any of these vines. When you plant using this method, you're going to be planting this sweet potato slip on that slope, and probably, well, let's get this one. This one's a little better. So you see right here on your sweet potato, and you're going to be planting this whole vine down on that slope in the dirt, because how sweet potatoes grow is off of each one of these leaves. Where there's a leaf at, a sweet potato is going to grow there. One's going to grow there. So wherever you have a leaf on your slip, that's where the sweet potatoes are going to grow out of. So by planting them on a slope down in a container like this, by the time I get done planting a slip this long, I'm going to plant that slip down in on that slope all the way up to here. So I don't trim mine back during this second step of getting my slips ready to be planted. We are going to have, and by our weather, the way that it has been here lately, I'm pretty sure we're going to have another one of those very hot summers where we have a very, very little spring, and then boom, it's 80, 90 degree weather. And this year, we're working smarter, not harder. So I do not want to be out in that heat, because it came on so fast and there was no relief for the whole summer. It was dealing with the heat, then the rain, then the heat, then the rain, then the bugs, then the heat, then the rain. So me starting my seedlings a little earlier, on top of it just being kind of a busy schedule that I knew I wouldn't be able to get things in. But the other reason was just trying to be a little proactive and get a little ahead to try and stay ahead of the summer heat. By the time it's ready to plant all of these slips, oh yeah, these are going to be ginormous. And I'm okay with that because of the way that I plant them. And this year I want to do, I think I did last year 2 or 3 containers with sweet potato slips. So yeah, yeah, smarter, not harder. So once you get all of that done and you get them separated and you see how beautiful, look how beautiful that root is on there. And you're just going to put it down in your jar. And I put them according to, you know, their height. Nothing is left out. Nothing goes to waste. So let me move this over. As you see over here, I already got some already in the jars, water. And, you know, just, you know, whatever the length that you have, you know, just put it in a vase or a container or, you know, whatever you choose to use. For these, I did already get 1 jar of the long slips, as you can see. But like I said, nothing goes to waste. The little ones that are on there that don't have a lot of vines on them, I pinch them off and I still put them down in the jar because these are going to continue to grow between now and the time that it will be time to plant them. So, yeah, you just kind of let them do their thing. They'll vine up something if it's near it. I have mine over in this corner window. And, you know, it vines up and attaches onto the blinds and, you know, hug onto each other. And, you know, so that is about it. I mean, this is really, really very simple to do. So this is what works for me. And this is the way that I will always do my sweet potato slips. And, you know, you see how well they turn out. I mean, it's, you know, beautiful, beautiful root system. And like I said, you're just going to gently pull and, you know, put that down in some water. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished. And I'm going to do an update on the other seedlings in the back and kind of show you where things are at. Things are really, really, really growing on this What's Growing On experiment that I've been doing since the beginning of winter, plus the seedlings. So I'll be back in a moment to kind of give you an update on all of those as well. So see you in a moment. Okay guys, I wanted to come back really quickly to show you how everything looks with the sweet potato slips once they are put into their jars. And I filled them all the way up as close to the top as possible. And I'm just going to sit them back in the window that I had them in. But this is how they should look. So yeah. Now later on, if they start to get just completely out of control as far as the length, I'll go ahead then and maybe cut a few of them back. But for the most part, like I said, I just let it ride out the way that it is. And till it's time to get them planted outdoors in their containers. So I will be back in a moment to show you the rest of the veggies. All right, guys, I'm back. Want to show you something so exciting. So as you all know, this has been a season for me with doing a lot of experiments, trying out a lot of new things, and one of those new things was the biodome from Park Seed. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical on how it was going to work, and you know, is it going to work? And I am completely sold on this, and I will always use these biodomes when it comes to starting seedlings. But what I wanted you to see, and I had got on a roll with getting these out and getting them repotted, that I almost forgot to come and show you the root system on this. Just amazing. I mean, just completely amazing. I hope that is coming up good. I don't know if it is or not, because I see kind of a little glare. But isn't that amazing? I mean, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful root system. And it just seemed like every single one, oops, they're holding hands, that I pulled out just had just a beautiful, beautiful root system on that. So I wanted to show you that before I kind of give you an update on how things are going. And I did a lot of transplanting over the last week, just little by little. But oh, Letitia over at BEARFRUIT Garden, I love her channel. I mean, you talk about a person who is just always positive, full of energy, and you can see that that is her. That's her personality, and she has a wonderful personality, just truly an authentic person. I'm showing you this because you encouraged me to do something that I didn't think that I, would ever want to do, because I think I tried to grow a tree and it just didn't work out. So the seed, it didn't even get past go. So I left it alone. But I was at Lowe's the other day. Right when I walk in, guess what they have? Their figs. And I had just watched your video about your trees and your fig trees, and you going live, and oh my goodness, girl, keep going live. You know, maybe you'll encourage me one day to go live as well. But I just really enjoy your channel. So I'm going to try a fig tree. I'm not a big, huge fig as far as eating figs. Growing up and going to, you know, Alabama in the summers, you know, they're everywhere. So, but I have not eaten a fig in my adult life. So, but I'm going to try this. They also had a kiwi. So I'm going to try that too. And they had a couple of, well, they just had this variety of strawberries. I did start strawberries last year, and they started out really good, you know, indoors, and got them outside. They were doing really, really good. And then all of a sudden they just started to die. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to focus on that. So they only had this variety, which is an early glow. So I'm going to try it again. You know, just like the cabbage and the sugar snap peas, I'm going to keep trying. But then they had two different varieties of blueberries. I have the pink lemonade blueberry bush that's back over here in the corner. And I'm hoping to get fruit off of that this year. That's why I brought it in, hoping that, you know, not letting it die completely back. It'll get a little head start. So this is a Jersey plant blueberry bush. So I'm going to try that one. And then the other one is a blue crop blueberry. So I'm going to try that. But thank you so much. That really encouraged me watching your video. You know, gardening to me is all big, one huge experiment. You know, this will be my third garden this year. And I learned something new every day, every year, every month, every season when it comes to gardening. So the way I look at it is, if I plant something and it dies, at least I've learned from that experience and do it again in hopes of not making the same mistake. So, yeah, but you really, really encouraged me with that. And also the weight loss thing, girl, I'm with you. I'm down 13 pounds. I haven't lost any more, but I'm happy I'm maintaining at the 13 and I haven't gained it back. So I got you back on that. But again, just thank you so much for your encouragement with that. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to give you a little update tour. Like I said previously, I did a lot of transplanting. Just kind of working it in whenever I had the time, and just trying to stay on top of everything. So down here, I just rotated things that were on the grow racks. And so this is kind of like the second phase. So when they get up to that height, I move up under these two grow lights. And you know, things are doing really good. I mean, I lost a couple here and there with up potting them, and they didn't bounce back from the shock of it. But overall, everything really transferred over very, very well. Over here, I don't know if I had this grow rack up the last time that I did a video or not. But this is a 2-tier grow light rack. And down here on the bottom, these are the biodomes that I just recently transplanted things out of that. So those are empty cells. So I'm going to be dropping some more seeds in those. Over here are the ones that it was just time for them to be up potted. And a few of these were the experiment that I did with the Jiffy pellets. And they did really good. So And then these are another set. These down here are still the same. These are mainly onions with the exception of that artichoke, which I'm going to be planting again. And I haven't dropped more onion seeds in those yet, but I am going to get to that. The pepper plant, as you can see, is still doing really good. No peppers, but I am okay with that. It's still looking really healthy. We actually have some super good weather coming in next week, you know, in the 50s, 60s, and I even think a couple of days in the 70s. So that always makes it so much more exciting, getting closer and closer and closer to that date that we can get out in the dirt, guys. So this is, again, some more up potting that I did. These are ones that I have not transferred those yet. And these down here, I kind of rotated what was down here with the exception of the beets and that other pepper plant. Now this I have added since my last video, which is another grow light over here. It was just getting out of control until I can gain back all of the space out here to use. It was just easier. So this is actually a 4-foot grow light, and it just hangs on the pulleys up here, and it wasn't difficult, you know, at all getting that all set up. So but it did give me 4 more feet of space to be able to utilize. So when they're, you know, the pots are up to the bigger pots, and easier just to move those all over there and kind of keep the rotation going on a lot of these that I just set potted down here. The plan is most of these will stay in these containers until it's time to harden them off and then get them planted outdoors. So over here is still the same. This is kind of like my germinating area with these 2 spots over here. And I can't remember, when did I do these? I want to say the 8th, maybe. Yeah. And planted seeds in there. And it's quite a different, you know, different kinds in there. I got asparagus, some fennel. So yeah, and already getting some germination on a lot of them. So I think that is about it. Oh, this book I got, and I started reading a little bit of it, and I'm really enjoying it. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. And it is called Seed to Seed, Seed Saving and Growing Techniques for Vegetable Gardeners by Suzanne Ashworth. And what I have had a chance to really read, I'm going to really enjoy this book, and just learning techniques on how to save different seeds that I didn't have the knowledge last year or the year prior to that. So looking forward to getting through that and seeing how all of that works out, and you know, taking that plunge and you know, start saving seeds of things that I wanted to save in the past, but I just didn't really know how to save those seeds. So I'll let you know as I get further in the book how it's going with that. So guys, I think that's about it. Oh, the blueberry, the pink lemonade blueberry right here, yeah, doing really well too, still thriving, and have a lot of buds on there. I am just so looking forward to tasting that. I mean, I've never seen a pink lemonade blueberry. So from what I researched and learned, it's a berry that it's supposed to be much sweeter than even the blueberry. So yeah, so we'll see how all of that plays out. But it's countdown time, guys. I mean, I'm in zone 6A. So we are like revving up, and I'm really, like I said earlier, trying to garden smarter, not harder. And you know, that heat, and I was watching Essie, she just did a video the other day and said the same thing. And I think we all, no matter what zone you were in, suffered from that heat. And I know here where we were at, it was the heat and the rain, heat and the rain. And, you know, I'm like her when she made the comment, you know, I'm not trying to be out there at night with a flashlight, you know, trying to get things, you know, side dressed and treated and pruned, because it's just too darn hot during the day. And then the bugs, you know, just, it was insane. So this year, yeah, hopefully, you know, our plan will work for the benefit of us being out there in the hot heat. So we'll see. You know, we need the heat, we need the rain, definitely, for our gardens to grow. But when it's, you know, 95, 100 degrees and humidity out this world, that's hard for any person to deal with when it comes to gardening. So I'm like Essie, let's get a, you know, head start on all of this. So be ready to roll. And I'm telling you, Essie, I see you over there, and I see what you're doing, and I like it. Your setup is beautiful. And, you know, so I am looking forward to following you through this upcoming season, along with all of the people that I follow. I really enjoy every single person that I'm subscribed to their channel. I enjoy all of your channels. I learn a lot, and just really appreciate the knowledge that definitely you avid gardeners out there. I've really learned a lot from you guys. And, you know, I've learned a lot from people like me that's just a beginner. And I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate my subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers that have recently come on, and thank you to my subscribers that have been following me. I truly appreciate you guys. So, yeah. So I just wanted to kind of stop real quick, do a video, put it together, get it out. Don't know when I'm going to be able to do another video, but I will very soon. I just can't say when. Schedule's still a little crazy. So, but as always, guys, be blessed and take care, and I will see you guys on the next video.